So, tonight, I laughed. I cried. Not so much crying, but I laughed and wondered what the hell was going on. I wondered what the hell was going on again. I continued wondering what the hell was going on. I laughed and I was shocked, but I became happy. And that, folks, was my trip to band camp. Nah, seriously though. Alright, so as you guys know, Monday Night Raw went off the air, you know the deal. Raw itself, I liked it a little bit better than last week's Raw. You know, it had some interesting moments and kind of, I guess you could say big moments happening, some big moments in there. Depends how you judge it. But let's kick it off. We had Kane coming out there, cutting promo, basically saying the same thing he usually does. Say, you know, first he's like, "You guys suck." Then he was like, "Oh well, you know, you spouses, you hate each other. You know, you parents, you hate your children. You pursue hate. Hate's a good thing. Whatever." Basically saying when you guys say John Cena sucks, you're saying you suck. And then John Cena came out there. He had enough. And then him and Kane started brawling back. You know, it led to from the kind of like to the ramp, you know, to the backstage area, and then went outside on the parking lot. So you know, it was good. You know, Kane threw kind of John Cena in this like I don't know what it was. It was like a bunch of boxes. And next thing you know, Cena gets back up, and Kane's gone. So you know, I just thought that was a kind of good segment, good way to open up the show. You know, something interesting. You know, something a little bit different. You know, it wasn't so much of they're just talking to each other and John Leonidas comes out and makes a match or something. No, it was just like straight up physical. You know, he did have a little promo in there, but it didn't hurt the show or anything. So it kept up really good. So then you had the Miz backstage talking to Johnny Ace, aka John Leonidas, and of course Dave Otunga, who apparently, according to some sources, his wife, Dave Otunga, his wife Jennifer Hudson, wants him to quit wrestling. Okay. So anyway, Miz and Johnny Ace are talking to each other, and basically Miz is trying to get help from Johnny Ace about R-Truth and stuff, because R-Truth's been attacking him and coming after him and everything. And you know, Johnny Ace basically saying, "You're on your own, Miz." So then we have our first match of the night, tag team match. We have Sheamus and Santino versus the team of Jinder Mahal and Wade Barrett. Now, after this match, it seems like, possibility of Wade Barrett and Sheamus feud down the road, which to me is good. You got two big young talent going after each other. That sounds good to me. And I'm a fan of both of them. I'm a fan of Wade Barrett, a fan of Sheamus too. But Santino actually got the victory for his team, him and Sheamus, defeating Jinder Mahal, Wade Barrett, via Cobra. Hit the Cobra on Jinder Mahal, pinned him, 1, 2, 3, you know the deal. So then we have Zack Ryder and Eve, a little backstage segment. And of course you guys know Zack Ryder and Eve. Zack Ryder has a big crush on Eve and stuff, and Eve's kind of going on for the ride. And, Zack Ryder's just, like, "Oh yeah, can we do this, blah, blah, blah." And wow, the Alabama kicker just missed he sucked. He just missed field goals, and he just missed an extra point. But anyway, sorry. But anyway, this was a good, little segment there, But then what really made it interesting, though, when Eve and Zack Ryder left, you saw Kane sneaking out behind out of a door, because it was like a door on the side. They were like in a hallway. And I was just like, wow, that's kind of cool. Is Kane going to go after Eve? Is he going to go after Zack Ryder? Is he going to come after both? What the hell is he going to do here? But, anyway, then we had our first inductee, the WWE Hall of Fame. Of course, you guys know the Hall of Fame is always before WrestleMania, the night before WrestleMania. And who got inducted? The Radar Superstar Edge. Yeah, Edge got inducted in the Hall of Fame. And I know some people have mixed reactions. I kind of have a mixed reaction, thinking, yeah, it was kind of too soon. But again, you could say the same thing with Eddie Guerrero. Well, Eddie Guerrero died. Edge is still alive. All he did was retire because of an injury. It is what it is. Edge has been in the company for so long. He did put off good matches, in my opinion. Like I said before, I was a fan and still am a fan of Edge's, even though he's not performing in the ring anymore. And, it's just, and people are acting like, oh, is he going to be the last guy? Because they usually have, like, one particular person in the show. Guys like Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold have kind of ended the Hall of Fame. To me, it's probably going to be The Rock later down the road. They're just saving it. We could have the Macho Man somewhere in there, too. Maybe Trish, maybe. Who knows? Maybe Trish. They're saving Trish for next year. Who knows? But, yeah, Edge will be inducted to the Hall of Fame. So then we have our little short match, and I mean short, I mean a little, like, barely over a minute. Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Now, I don't even know why this match was even on this card. Like, seriously, you're making Daniel Bryan... Okay, Daniel Bryan won the bell lock after they did a flip. And yeah, flip. ROH fans, there you go, flip. And then, you know, he did the LaBelle lock and then tapped out. Kofi Kingston tapped out. And then I'm like, what the hell? It was just really... And Daniel Bryan. Okay, I don't mind Daniel Bryan. Okay, I take that back. Okay, the man gets no reaction and he's the world champion. How the heck? And I know it's not just Daniel Bryan's fault. WWE didn't book him right and everything, but he doesn't get a reaction. You know, and then he comes out there with the whole world title. Yay, I won, you know. And then Big Show comes out there and announces that him and Daniel Bryan are going to have a match, I think, on SmackDown. A rematch for the world title. And this time it's going to be a no DQ, no count out. So, you know, Daniel Bryan kind of with a little word like, so... I don't know. It seems like Daniel Bryan might be turning heel. I don't know. At first I was like, he's not turning heel. Now it's kind of like, he seems kind of heelish for a face, but yeah. So then we had the big thing everyone's been waiting for. And how big is it? The debut of Brodus Clay. And oh my god, that was the funniest shit in the world. This was the part that actually really did make me laugh. Brodus Clay comes out there and the freaking Cats theme song, like, what was the song? Something about my mama. Oh, you gonna tell my mama? You gonna tell my mama? No, tell my mama. And then Naomi and some other FCW talent woman comes out dancing with Brodus Clay. I'm like, what the heck is this? You know, Brodus Clay is supposed to be some big, you know, guy. You know, expecting like something like maybe like a Mark Henry-ish, you know, like a big powerful guy or something, monster. But no, he comes out there dancing and everything. I'm like, okay, to the Godfather, DJ Gabriel, Funky Funk, whatever, and freaking, you know, whatever, have a child, and then this came along, like, wow, I was just, it was entertaining and funny, I'll give WWE that. It was, I liked it, you know. And it's gonna get old sooner or later if he keeps doing this, but as, you know, as of now, this very second, I don't mind. I'm gonna tell my mom. But anyway, he had a match with Kurt Hawkins. It lasted about 35 seconds. Brodus Clay won. So, yeah. So then we have a backstage segment that Zack Ryder is in the bathroom and hears something. And then he's just looking behind him like, what's that noise? And then it leads to another segment of The Miz bumping into CM Punk. CM Punk's laughing. And let me ask you this question. How the hell did CM Punk get his WWE title back after Dolph Ziggler, like, freaking took it last week? Does this happen at a house show? Did Ziggler walk in and then Punk attacked him like, I got my title back? I mean, how did he get it back? So then CM Punk has this match with Jack Swagger, and Johnny Ace comes out and says a stipulation: if Jack Swagger loses to Punk, that Vicky and Swagger are going to be banned for ringside for Dolph Ziggler and CM Punk's match at the Royal Rumble. The match happens. It's a good match. You know, decent match. CM Punk goes off the top rope, kind of does his little, you know, Macho Man elbow thing. And then 1, 2, the match is over. No, I didn't just botch. 1, 2. Not 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. The match is over. You know, Ziggler kicked out, but, you know, the ref called for the bell. And my guess is, you know, even though Punk won, you know, probably next week Johnny Ace is going to be looking at the replay saying, hey, well, you know what? You didn't win last week. It wasn't 1, 2, 3. Swagger kicked out, and it was only a 1, 2 count, so... Yeah, I guess, you know, this is just, you know, Johnny Ace screwing out with Punk's mind again. You know, Punk getting pissed off. And then Zack Ryder and John Cena have the backstage segment. And then we have The Miz having a backstage segment with Ricardo Rodriguez and the Bella Twins. You know, again, Miz with the Bella Twins. I envy the guy. But, you know, Rodriguez comes out to the ring and then bumps into R-Truth. And then R-Truth, you know, looks like he's going to go after Ricardo Rodriguez. And then The Miz comes out of nowhere. And then, you know, they get in a fight. R-Truth makes Miz go out. Miz just flees back, gets scared of R-Truth. And honestly, I like this little feud between R-Truth and The Miz. It kind of reminds me of Alex Riley and The Miz. You know, when they had their feud, it was good. It was short. Hopefully this one will add a little bit longer. But, you know, I like it. And then we had another inductee in the Hall of Fame, believe it or not. We had the Four Horsemen. Yes, the Four Horsemen have been inducted in the Hall of Fame. You know, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, you know, guys like that are now going to be inducted. Well, even though Ric Flair's already in the Hall of Fame. But, you know, going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. I think that's very good. You know, it seems like these guys, You know, we all know about the Four Horsemen, legendary stable. You know, they did great stuff, and you know, back in the day, and you know, it's about time to be inducted them. Jeez. So then we have this thing. We have Chris Jericho coming out, and Jericho, he's coming out to speak, and he does the same thing he did last week, pointing to the crowd, and you know, he's coming out there with this, you know, Christmas, you know, Christmas tree jacket like thing, and then he just points to the crowd, all happy and everything, and then he starts crying. I'm not joking, he cried. And you know, people say, "Oh, I hate this." I actually like it. Because Jericho is screwing with your minds, people. You're still cheering for the guy, but he's not giving you what you want. He is screwing with your mind. He's manipulating you, and you don't even know it. And now you're saying, "Oh yeah, but Jericho, he's doing this." And yeah, he's trolling us, I guess you could say. But man, he's doing a good job of it. You know, Jericho, I know it might sound like a mark when I'm saying this, but Jericho's a genius. He knows what he's doing. It's just, wow, I'm just surprised with what he's doing with Jericho right now. And also, you know, and of course Jericho left, he didn't say a thing, but... And then we have Eve Torres, you know, good old Eve, you know, that big booty bitch I like to call her. She comes out to the ring, and she's getting ready for a match against Beth Phoenix, and if she wins, she becomes the #1 contender. The match doesn't happen, because when she hits to the ring, Kane's music comes on, and Eve freaks out. And Eve, you know, is in the outside of the ring. She's like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And then Zack Ryder comes out, saves her, brings her out to the car, not backstage, in the parking lot. And, you know, the car has a flat, apparently, out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, how convenient to have a flat. This is when it gets funny. Zack Ryder gets the tire and starts redoing the tire thing, whatever. He's like, "I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go." It's like going as fast as he can. Meanwhile, Dolph Ziggler and John Cena are having their main event match. The match lasted about, I don't know, 4 minutes. And then, you know, I believe it ends in a no contest or count out. John Cena goes out to try to check on him. Kane chokeslam, attacks Zack Ryder out of nowhere. Kane's freaking out in the car. Eve's freaking out in the car. Excuse me. Kane chokeslams Zack Ryder off like the railing, and then John Cena comes out, tries to save him, but then Kane gets ready for John Cena and kind of puts him not in the mandible claw, but kind of like, you know, the move he's been doing for several weeks now. Just grabs your face, starts, you know, just passing you out and stuff. But anyway, this Raw in general was just like, it was just crazy. I know this video is long, I apologize, but you know, it's just a lot of things happened on tonight's Raw, so it's kind of hard to, you know, put it all in a short time. But anyway, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed Raw. I kind of liked it, to be honest with you. You know, I know some people are gonna be nitpicking and stuff, but you know, nobody's perfect. So anyway, that's it for me, and peace.